Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is David, and I will be speaking to you about the adventures of Huckleberry Finn. The novel is about a young boy named Huck Finn that lives with a widow and a lady named Miss Watson. He is adopted by them, and they attempt to civilize him. One day, Huck gets kidnapped by his alcoholic father and brings him to live in a cabin in the woods with him. Huck fakes his own death and escapes, but instead of going back home, he runs away. He finds a canoe and sails down a river. He comes across Jim, Miss Watson's slave, and they become best friends after spending time together. They spend nights and days traveling, both in search of freedom. They have many adventures and go through all of them together. Huck learns many important lessons about humanity. He starts to see how wrong slavery is, and he starts to care more about Jim and tries to help him on his journey to freedom. They both help each other out and stick together until the end of their journey. The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn is an example of great literature because it has a great moral lesson. It is full of excitement and humor, and it also displays human nature very well. The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn should be considered for the FM Literary Prize because Mark Twain teaches an important lesson to readers while using everyday language. It is explained in a critical commentary by a scholar. The critical commentary is written by Leslie Gregory that states that Twain demonstrates the contradictions of his culture, portraying Jim through the minstrel stereotype, meanwhile revealing the fundamental reality of African American humanity. She explains that Jim is portrayed as a stereotypical black man, but Twain still gets his message across. The novel should be also considered for the FM Literary Prize because of Twain's universal truth that you should not confine to a law that is unjust. His universal truth relates to the novel because Huck starts to disobey the law of not being allowed to help a slave escape. He disobeys that law and helps Jim. He knew that helping a slave escape was against the law, but he also knew that he was doing the right thing. Another reason why the novel should be considered for the FM Literary Prize is because it is about slavery and the relations between black and white people. It was at a time when the slavery issue was becoming very popular. The first reason why the novel is an excellent example of great literature is because it teaches readers a moral lesson. The moral lesson is that people should not be treated differently because of their race, and that both slavery and racial discrimination are morally wrong. It is shown clearly in the novel. The second reason why the novel is an excellent example of great literature is because it is full of excitement and humor. It makes people laugh, and it keeps people interested in the story. Humor is used in the story for a serious effect, and that makes the novel unique. The third and last reason why the novel is an excellent example of great literature is because it displays human nature very well. It displays human nature well because the story involves a young boy that is like any other kid. He's a typical American boy with a big imagination. It also involves a stereotypical black man that is ignorant, stubborn, and stupid. This makes the novel more realistic, and that is why it displays human nature very well. There are three reasons why The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn is an excellent example of great literature and why it should be considered for the FM Literary Prize. These reasons are that it is a great moral lesson, it is full of excitement and humor, and it displays human nature very well. Mark Twain points out how wrong slavery is through humor and sarcasm. The novel teaches a great lesson on the importance of humanity and equality. The end.